Thought I'd show you Dave in a I got some soil and put it in a dish. It's a little bit wet at the moment, that's why it's in front of the fan heater. I'm trying to dry it out a bit, but I've been waiting for Dave to spot it and go into it, and it's been in front of the fan heater for about 4 hours, and it must be getting a bit drier because she's actually doing it. I haven't showed her. What is she just doing it that? Oh, look, she's making a mess on the floor. Might have known. But she's doing she's doing exactly what I was hoping. Oh. Oh, little girl. Bless her. Oh. I needed to get her a dust bath out for her. Quails love dust baths. Well, most birds do. Oh, Dave, you're making a mess on the floor. On you. But it's my fault. I knew it was going to happen. I had to get a shallow dish so she could get in it. Oh, that's so cool. It's a bit wet still, really. Ah. Still no news about Humphrey. Although my neighbour said she thinks she saw him, and she reckoned that she saw Gary stalking him, and so she went to shoo Gary away, but Humphrey flew, and she didn't know where he went after that, so... But that was a couple of days ago now. Oh, look at that mess. What are you doing, you? Look at the mess you're making. You little monster. You little monster. Dave, have you been in the dust bath? Eh? Have you? Is that nice? I'll have to go and brush all that up and scoop it back in. Little monkey. Bless her. Well, she went straight back in it again. She obviously likes that. Quails lay eggs in there as well, apparently. So she'll be starting to lay in about 4 weeks, because she's a month old now. So in another month's time, she'll be laying eggs. I went to see my consultant doctor today about my ankle, and I've got some surgery soon. And I thought, well, I had the leaflet when I went to the hospital to get a pre-op a couple of weeks back to make sure I'm healthy enough to have an operation. And they gave me a leaflet about general anaesthetic, and I'm thinking, geez, do I really need to go completely under? Anyway, I've managed to talk him into just giving me a local anaesthetic. I don't like the idea of going in under a general anaesthetic. You hear some bad stories sometimes. So, anyway, I should imagine it's going to leave me a bit incapacitated once the operation's happened. But at least something's getting done. I should have had all this done back in March, But with this pandemic thing and everyone getting locked down, I've had to wait all this time for it. Oh, Dave. Oh, what a mess. Well, that's certainly a big hit. Oh, bless her. Oh, I know what I could put that in to stop it getting all over the place. Mind you, it looks like it's getting spread far and wide. Oh, Dave, you are a messy girl. I was thinking I've got a tray with sides on. A big one that could go on in, but the distance that's getting spread, I don't think it'll make much difference, because the sides are only as deep as the same as that dish, really. Well, not even that, I think. Oh, well, it doesn't matter. Dustpan and brush it all back up again and put it back in, innit? Well, oh, she's on the side. Oh, I want to get closer, but I don't want to stop her getting out. Are you enjoying that, Dave? Hey, is that good? Is that good? Liking that, are you? Ah. Well, look at you upside down. You're like a little doggy. Oh, you are just adorable. It's a shame it's not quite as dry as you would like. Won't take long. I shouldn't think in front of that fan eater. Having fun, Dave? Is that good? Oh, the fan eater's started up again. You like that, don't you? Puffing the feathers up. Amazing that she just went in there automatically. Hello, you little moo moo. Is that nice? Eh? Is that nice? Was it? Was that nice? Yeah, you like that. Yeah, you like that. Cheeky girly. Cheeky little girly. Making me more mess now, aren't you? Well, I've got a bit of a nice news to tell you. The cottage next door, it has been a holiday cottage, but the person who owns it has actually decided that they're going to live in it. And she's a lovely lady called Amina. And she gets eggs off me, and she told me today that she's having some fencing done, and she knew that I was after some fence panels, and she said that she would happily get the workman to come and put me a little section of fencing in. And I said, oh, don't be silly. She said, no, I know him very well. He'll do that for me as a favour. And wow. I said, well, I can't really afford someone to... She says, no, honestly, I'm quite happy. I like your eggs and I enjoy living next door to you, and you've always been there to alert me if anything goes wrong, you know, when it's been a holiday cottage. So I can't believe it. So she's having some fencing. I'm getting some fencing put in for free. So that's going to be amazing. I can't believe me luck. How lovely. So that's something to look forward to. Okay then. What are you doing? Are you going to back in? Oh, focus. Are you done? Or are you preening? You do a lot of preening. Mind you, I should imagine feathers coming through is pretty itchy. Oh, I had a power cut today. The electric's been off. It just went off as I left for the hospital. I was leaving the film uploading that I'd uploaded today, and I was leaving it to upload while I went, and the electric went off. So because it's a laptop, and it used to get tethered to my phone anyway before I had broadband, so I thought, well, flipping heck, I could just take it with me, because it's a laptop. It'll work without electric, and so does the phone. So I just hooked it up to the phone and took it with me, and by the time I'd got to the hospital, it had uploaded. So that was good. And by the time I got back, I think I'd just put a kettle on the stove, on my gas stove. I can cook with no electric because I've got gas in a cylinder. And so I just put a kettle on to have a cup of tea when I got back, and just as it started boiling, the electric came back on. So I haven't had to endure no electric. However, it meant that the incubator went off for 5 hours. So that could have ruined this batch now. I don't know. I mean, I've got them in the encased polystyrene that it should have been in before. So hopefully that might have insulated it from getting too cold. And because I've only just put them in anyway, it might not have done any damage, but hey, this could ruin this batch though. Right, I think we've had enough of Dave and preening. We'll see you tomorrow.